Hello, here we are going to be talking about strings in Python. A string is a sequence of characters and it is a derived data type which can be used to represent text-based data. It is very versatile and it has many inbuilt functions which we can utilize to perform a lot of operations, which we are going to be exploring in detail in this video. We can represent a string like this using double quotes. It can also be defined using single quotes, hence either using single quotes or double quotes interchangeably. If we want to find the second, since it's a sequence of characters, if we want to find the second character in the string, what we do is we write print s1 of 1, and we don't write 2 because strings in Python use 0 base index, and the first character will always be at index 0. Hence it will be like if our string has hello, the indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hence the second element will be 1 in this will be 1 and the first element will be 0. If we want to find the length of this particular string, we use the len function, which is an inbuilt function which returns the number of characters in the string. If we write len of s1, in this particular scenario we'll get 5. However, we can also concatenate two strings. Let's say we have s1 is equal to hello and s2 is equal to world. Now if we want to have a new string called hello world, what we can do is we can do s3 is equal to s1 plus s2, and using the plus operator we can concatenate or join two strings together. Now there are some other inbuilt functions in strings. Particularly we can make all the strings as lowercase using the lower function, dot lower function. This will give us hello. It will change all the characters. We can manipulate all the characters to lowercase. However, if we want to make it uppercase, you can just do the reverse, that is dot upper. So what it does is it gets the ASCII and converts it into the uppercase, and this only works for alphabets. So in this case the output that we get here is hello in uppercase. Now there are some other more useful, I would say more versatile functions that we can have. That is, let's say we have a string called hello world. If we want to change one of the words in this in the string, we can have the replace function. So how that will work is we can do sy is equal to s4 dot replace, and first we give the thing that needs to be replaced, and second we give the word that we're going to replace it with. And what this will give us, when we want to print s5, we'll get hello unsw. So replace is pretty nice. We can replace one phrase with another. Some other useful functions is this is pretty useful. Strip function. Let's say we have s list is equal to, and this, let's just strip the s4 dot strip. Okay, and rather than that, I will create a new string that is hello world, and if I do s6 dot strip, and I give the delimiter inside the braces, and what this will do is this will give me a list of strings. It will be like hello and world based on the delimiter. So in this case I have hello comma world, and I did a 6 dot strip of comma, which will give me two strings since there's a comma separating hello and world, which is basically I'll get a list of two strings. Now let's say we have s4, right? So if we do s4 dot strip of braces, so s4 is here and so strip of braces, we'll get the same thing. This is because if we do not give any kind of delimiter, space, that is white space, is taken as the default delimiter. In this case, white space is the default delimiter. So basically we can give a sentence. Basically, like here I want to write this list of words is equal to sentence dot strip. So this is one of the practical applications that strip has. We can give a sentence and we can get the list of words in that sentence, and we can do many array list manipulations using this. Something else that we can do with strings is starts with and ends with. This basically what it does is we can give a substring. In this case, let's say we have s4, that is hello world, and what we can do is we can do s4 dot hello world, that is s4 dot starts with, and in the braces what we can do is we can give the substring. Let's give hello, and this will give us true. So basically we'll get a boolean, true or false. However, in this case it's true or false, but we get true since s4 starts with hello world. Okay, and same with ends with. It just checks if the string ends with the particular substring or not. Now something else that we can do is just like replace, there is find. Let's say there's s7. This is a huge paragraph with many lines. So what we want to do is we want to find the first instance of the word Python. So what we can do is we can do s7 dot find Python, and let's say we'll try to expand s7. Let's assume s7 is like hello dear Python enthusiast, and so it's a huge sentence, and let's say Python, this is the start of that the string. So if we perform the above operation, we'll get 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So basically what we'll do is we'll get 11, which is basically the first occurrence of Python. the first instance or first occurrence of that particular substring in that string in the string s1 s7. Now the thing is, if there is no occurrence of Python, let's say s7 does not contain Python, it doesn't have Python, then we'll get -1. Basically, this can be used to see whether or not a string or substring is present in a string. So this can be one of the extra use cases that we extra ways we can manipulate find the inbuilt find method. Other than that, we can also do something else, like, so we already have the s4, that is hello world. Now what we want to do is we want to count the number of occurrences of a particular character. Let's say we want to count the number of occurrences of O. Now let's see. So I'll just write it down again. So there is hello world. So this is ASCII specific. So if there is a capital O, obviously that won't be counted. And this, so we'll check it one by one. 1, 2, 3. There's no O. There's an O here, and there's no O here. So basically, it'll give us the count as 2. Basically, this can be used to find the frequency of characters in a particular sentence. We can assign all 20. We can create a list of size 26. That is 26 alphabets. Assign all of them to 0, and what we can do is we can count the frequency of characters in that particular string. And if we find there is O, basically we will go through A, B, C, D, F, G, and we'll find the count and we'll just assign it to the list. So yeah, that is another and the versatile use that we have from strings. Also, there are many let's say string verifications. That is, one is, I'm not going to go into details for this one. This is alpha to check if it is an alphabet. There is digit to check if it is like that is, it's numeric, that is, it is a digit number, 1 2 3 4 5. Basically it checks if we are checking a string int, if the string s has all the letters as alphabet, it will give us true. If it doesn't, let's say even if there is one alphabet which is maybe comma, space, then it will give us false. So all the letters has to be alphabets. And something else is alphabet, is digit, and is ASCII is also there. S dot is ASCII is also there. And the final one that is pretty useful is the zfill method. So s dot zfill, and we give a number here. So basically what this does is, let's say we have a number, let's assume s is equal to 546. Now the thing is, we want to zfill, we want to add you want to pad some zeros in front of the string. So what we can do is we can write s dot zfill, and we give the number that we want. So we want, let's say we're dealing in the thousands, so we give zfill1, and what this will do is this will give us 0 5 4 6. Basically this will pad 1 0 in front of the string, and so it will be like, yeah, if it does not, yeah actually, if we, okay, so if it is in the thousands, so actually this is not how we do it. If it's in the thousands, what we do is we change it to 4, because 1000 has 4 places. So what we do is we say 4. Since S already has 3 length 3, it'll add 1 0 to this. Now let's see another use case. If S is equal to 26, if we do the same thing, it will give us 0026. So basically what it does is it checks the length, it adds zeros at the beginning of the string until it reaches the specified length that we give. So this is the specified length, 4 is the specified length, there's already 2, so we just need to add 2 zeros here. Here there are 3, and we just needed to add 1 to reach the specified length. So refill is pretty useful if you want to add something, but however, like many of these inbuilt string functions are there to make our lives easier. So if we are able to learn, there are even I just brush through some of the basics, but if we can understand all of the string functions, we can do a lot of string manipulations, which in turn makes our lives easier, and we can move on to more complex problems in the end. Thank you, and have a nice day.